My favorite segment of all time, my friends. This week in Shohei Ohtani news, we're going to talk about his week at the plate, his homer against one of the most exciting young pitchers in the game of baseball, throwing 100 million miles an hour on the mound. We're going to talk about the Dodgers team as a whole and what they should look to do at the deadline. And also a little conversation about the All-Star game voting. But Alex, again, I wouldn't say the best week for Shohei. Better than a lot of players in the Dodgers. Dodgers are going through it a little bit right now, but not the best week offensively.
No, I mean, it's again, like, yeah, it's a little bit of a slump for both the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani, but they had such a strong start to the season and have such a good core that they're still doing just fine. They're still they're 5-5 in their last 10 games, and they're still very strongly in first in the NL West. Like, they're going to be just fine. Ohtani's going to be just fine. But yeah, they're playing pretty average baseball right now, all around.
Yeah, I have no worries about Shohei on the week. So from May 30th to June 5th, he hit 222, did have that homer, 2 RBIs, a 722 OPS. But it looked like he started to figure it out on, I believe it was Wednesday when Skeens, Wednesday.
Second matchup with Skeens.
Yeah, Skeens punched him out in the first at bat. He homered in the next one and then got really hit a ball hard in the following at bat. So it looks like he's starting to come out of a little couple week long skid. Mm-hmm. Again, not worried about him or the Dodgers, but yeah. Definitely not his best week, but again, on this season, he's hitting 322, 15 homers, 40 RBIs, 14 stolen bases, and an OPS just under 1,000 now. So, yeah, still really, really, really good.
Yeah, again, baseball. You're going to have so many ebbs and flows, ups and downs. It's a roller coaster of the season. The Dodgers were one of the strongest offensive teams right out of the gates, and now they're ranked 29th in runs over the last week.
Yeah.
They're going to turn it around, but they've also faced a lot of injuries and adversity. One of their big bats, obviously Max Muncy, hopefully he's back in a few weeks with his oblique strain. But LA's going to need some help.
Yeah. Dodgers
are going to need some help. Is there anyone that the Dodgers should be targeting before the trade deadline?
Well, when I look at the Dodgers, if I'm looking at their holes, like where they have issues in their roster, I would say lineup depth.
Yeah.
For sure. And then bullpen, back into the bullpen, probably needs some arms. Rotation can be good. Buehler's been good since he's come back. Yamamoto's been good. James Paxton, serviceable this year. So
Bobby Miller on the horizon. He's making his third rehab start this weekend, so he should be back.
Bobby
Miller,
would be big. Obviously Tyler Glass now, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. But yeah, I just think Bobby Miller is vital to the team's playoff success. They need him back, and I think the rotation can be in good shape. If you're going to throw out there Tyler Glass now, Bobby Miller, Walker Buehler, and Yamamoto, that's good. Bullpen depth, back into the bullpen arms. I don't foresee a world. By the way, Kenley Jansen's going to be made available by the Red Sox, at least from what they've said and what I've heard.
Back.
I don't see it.
No,
I don't see it. It just felt like a break, a clean split.
It wasn't.
And I don't
it wasn't like a happy.
back.
I remember hearing, because he lived kind of right by me in the South Bay, his house would get like teepeed and egged when he wasn't like pitching well. So I don't know. It probably leaves like a little bit of like a sour taste in your mouth.
I mean, he was on the show.
Community.
He was on the show a couple weeks ago, and we did talk about the Dodgers, and he had obviously nothing but great things to say. But like the highlight of his career has been pitching out here. He's the all-time saves leader for the Dodgers. I just don't know if I see that happening. But back into the bullpen help. I need to see lineup depth. That would be my main answer. And is it a guy like Jazz Chisholm, who the Marlins could make available, who could bring a lot of swag and vibes to the lineup and lengthen the lineup for sure? Look, Jazz hasn't been an elite player in the game of baseball, but he's good. He can play good outfield defense. I don't know if they would entertain a world in which they move him back to second base, but certainly could help their infield depth, could definitely help lengthen that lineup. I could see a guy like that.
But there's also when you're surrounded by great players, your game elevates as well. Yeah. So if he's in a lineup with all these MVPs, like that's only going to force you to want to be better and show up and just be the best that you can be.
Yeah. I could also see a good friend of mine, Nicky Lopez. We saw the Braves do it last year, getting him from the Royals, and they brought him in as kind of like a super utility role.
Yeah.
Going to play great defense wherever you put him, can hit for a high average, but can run the bases well. So maybe a piece like that you could plug into the 9 hole. He can hit for a high average. He can get on base and head ahead of. When I look at the Dodgers lineup, if they could put a guy like a Nicky Lopez, like a guy that is a high on base, maybe not the best hitter in the world or a high OPS guy, but a high on base percentage, high batting average, can get on base ahead of Mookie, Shohei, and Freddie, that would be a perfect fit. So, yeah, I think lineup depth is what they absolutely need to target.
We're about a month away from the All-Star game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's here. It's happening. The voting just started, and we have a nice little battle going down with the National League designated hitter. I know where you're going. You've already tweeted about it. Why should Shohei Ohtani start over Ozuna?
Yeah, I think that's the conversation for DH in the National League is Shohei Ohtani or Marcell Ozuna. And certainly when I posted my ballot, spoiler alert to anybody that didn't see it, but I voted for Shohei. So just to
it's on
clarify.
behind you. It's there.
Oh, there's my ballot there.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, keep that up because I have a point to make about that. But anyway, I think Shohei over Ozuna is the answer here. One, there's just a lot of loud Braves fans saying we haven't had a lot go right this year. Ozuna's been great. He should be the DH. The statistics are pretty close, right? Ozuna does lead Ohtani in homers and RBIs, but really that's about it. WAR, Shohei leads by a good bit, 3.2 to 2.1. Shohei leads in stolen bases, batting average, on-base percentage, OPS, OPS plus. Also, he's the biggest superstar in the game of baseball and one of the biggest superstars in the entire world. The obvious answer is Shohei Ohtani. And we don't need to dive into the past of Marcell Ozuna, but kind of the complete opposite. Not exactly the best guy in the world with the best past. Shohei is a guy that is the face of this game right now, a superstar, one of the greatest talents of all time, if not the greatest talent in the history of baseball. And absolutely will be, needs to be, and should be the starting DH for the National League. If you want to just put numbers side by side, he's having a better year regardless of that anyway. So, but the game of baseball needs the game's best representing them at the All-Star game. Shohei is the biggest star the game has to offer. He's the obvious answer for me at designated hitter.
Well, I mean, and if it's fan voting, he's going to blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
He has an entire country voting for him.
So this is my ballot. I posted this
you
on
look really,
Thursday.
really excited about
it.
Why?
Not. Here's what I have to say.
Okay. Did you mess up?
I posted this. No, I feel good about my ballot.
Okay.
But so at second base for the National League, I put Ketel Marte having a really good year. One of the first people to like the post was Luis Ariz. And I was like, no, but you know what I thought? I should have voted for him. I like him a lot. He's a friend. He's a friend of the
he's
pod.
Great.
He's having a good year. He's continuing to play better and better.
He just swayed you. He's on a campaign trail. He's just going to go like everybody's ballot that posts someone other than him. It's like, shoot, he saw that. Now I got to bring him back in.
We need to put this out on socials. Luis Ariz, I am sorry, my friend. You get my vote for second base for the National League of the All-Star game. I saw you liked the tweet. I apologize for not voting for you, but I'm not just voting for you because I saw that. I immediately thought this is a unique talent in the game of baseball. He has the best hit tool in the game of baseball, and I think a talent like that should be showcased. He's won back-to-back batting titles. So, yeah, I think he's going to get my vote going forward.
Well, you can vote like every single day up to like 10 times, right? It's a lot.
Vote more. I think you can vote every day.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, yeah, you'll just add him to the mix.
But tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's
tomorrow.
in there.
You got my vote tomorrow.
About the back to the Paul Skeens thing real quick.
Yeah.
So Skeens punched him out on 3 straight pitches to start that at bat. And then you know what's cool, and obviously the home run happened in that second at bat, and there's a really cool picture of him basically like smiling as the ball goes over the wall. And post game, he was like, "Yeah, it's just big boy against big boy out there." Well, it's cool. Skeens is from out here and was at Shohei's debut at Angel Stadium, like growing. I think it said he was like 15 years old or something like that. And there's the picture. That's iconic. I mean, I know you don't want to give up a homer, but Pretty cool moment. He struck him out the first one.
Yeah.
Shohei got him the second one.
That's
and it
so
led
cool.
to this cool moment. And a guy that Skeens was idolizing. How could you not? Growing up out in the area and at his debut. So just a cool moment. So, yeah, we're wrapping up Ohtani news on a cool moment. That does it, my friends, for this week in Shohei Ohtani news. Thanks for watching. If you like catching up on the latest news around Major League Baseball, weekly interviews with Atlanta Braves legend John Smoltz, and your favorite MLB players, make sure you hit that subscribe button.